Hey, yo, welcome back, man. I don't have a name for the show yet, man, but this is the Markman Comics channel. I say Markman, right? Because I always feel like I had like a superhero name, right? Spider-Man, Batman, Markman. So that's where we at now. This is gonna evolve. We'll get a name, probably get a logo and all of that, man. But I just wanted to start it off because I love this so much, man. So it's funny, man, that as I first started this channel and as I talked about in the last video, I have a music channel which is growing with just over 20,000 subscribers in a very short time. And, I have a lot of faith in that channel. I think it's going to grow and grow and grow. You know, I started putting comic book content on there, but I said, nah, I need my own dedicated space, even if I got to start from zero, right? Because for me, it's not about the views. It's not about the likes. It's about really building a dedicated space for the things that I love. And it doesn't mean that that stuff can't cross over, but I just wanted to be fair to the audience that if you're coming for music, you're gonna get music. You know what you're gonna get from me. Um, as a 20-year veteran in the music business, and if you're coming from comic books, you're gonna get something a little different. The tone is gonna be a little different. I don't work in comic books in the same capacity that I do as in music. You know, so it's even more from a fan perspective. Even though I approach my music stuff from a fan perspective, but I say all that to say on this weekend when I was starting this channel, when I said, all right, I'm just going to start the channel, I'm going to start from zero. There was something going on in the comic book content creator world, right? Two guys were going at it, Comic Tom and Sticky Goose. Now, I know Comic Tom from his content, his trending Hot 100, Key Collector Comics. He's a dealer. He makes comic content. Comic Tom, if you don't know, does these videos every week where they track CGC sales of books and they talk about the value of comic books almost like they talk about the stock market, right? Prices rise up, prices rise down, and what the market kind of dictates a comic is worth. So I watch that stuff all the time. I've never sold a comic. I've only bought comics. That's not to sell. That I might not. That's not to say I won't sell or I might not deal something down the road. But I want to make sure I'm not overpaying. I want to add stuff to my PC, etc. But I'm just interested in this stuff. Like eventually I'm gonna pass this on to my kids. They might not want to keep it, or they might be in the situation where they kind of need the money and they could do with it as they wish. So I watch the prices of stuff for sure. And so I love Comic Tom's channel. And then, I joined his Whatnot. I've bought a couple of books from him over the past couple of months. I probably made two Whatnot purchases. I know I got a variant cover of Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees from Comic Tom. I got an Iron Fist first appearance of Sabretooth cover where it was kind of like this mosaic special variant. I thought that was cool. I bought a couple of things from Comic Tom, and he's always seemed like a nice dude, and I enjoy his content. And then Sticky Goose, I didn't know anything about, but through Comic Tom, I learned who Gem Mint Collectibles was, and I watched Gem Mint's channel. And Gem seems like a cool guy, man, open and honest. I probably caught on to Gem Mint's channel right when he was talking about he bought this new house because his content was doing so good. He got a lot of money, bought this house, but maybe like he spent more than he had, and just basically not to put all his business, but he talked about this on his channel, but basically like how his channel had grew so much and his life had changed, and he maybe wasn't ready for the changes, right? And he used to co-host with Comic Tom, but now he's back just exclusively doing his own stuff. So, I caught on the Gem Mint from there, and I appreciated his content because it was like he was very human. Like I'm like, oh, this is a real person, like going through real things. Now I like it, and now Gem comments on my IG. I comment on his stuff. I can't say that I know him, but he seems like a cool guy. I enjoy watching his stuff. I enjoy following him, and so I knew Sticky Goose because he had did a live. I think it was like Jem's wife with Sticky and his wife or something like that, and they were talking. That was the first time I heard the name. Before that, I hadn't heard the name, but I'm not so deep into comic book creators. So if y'all know of any like creators on YouTube or Instagram or cool people that I could check out, definitely send me a list, man. I'm definitely into following more people. So that's how I knew about Sticky Goose. And then I seen that they had did a live where, I guess Sticky Goose built up this reputation of being like just a tough guy, like very just critical of everything in front of him. So he starts to criticize. He has Comic Time on his channel, and I guess he's kind of going at Tom because Tom stuff is very first of all, it's well edited, very polished, very I think he was kind of insinuating that Tom is being fake. How everything about with Tom is about the money because Tom tracks the sales on CGC. You can check a little bit of this out.
Somebody's getting screwed in the buy and somebody's getting screwed in every single sale. So like when you're showing this data, when you're showing this information, like this isn't necessarily always like a positive. This isn't positive content you're showing. Now, I know one of the arguments you'll make is this is, we don't make this list. We don't create this data. But at the same time, like you're showing like somebody losing their freaking ass. You're showing somebody buying some shit at the complete wrong freaking time. And instead of acknowledging the fact that somebody is fucking up, you're just like, oh, this is positivity. This is, look at this huge fucking sale. And I'm like, bro, that is not positive.
When's the last time you watched my show, man? Because that's not how my show is.
Bro.
Now I watch Tom's channel all the time, and Tom will tell you when not to overpay for something. Right before Deadpool Wolverine came out and New Mutants 98 was tracking high, like the prices on that were going sky high. Tom is telling you, hey, these are the recorded prices. This is what this book is going for. Now, if you want to buy this as an investment or just to have, you should wait because the prices will come down. Right now, people are overpaying for this book. And then he'll tell you when he thinks a book is underpriced and it's a good time to get in. But I'm a grown man. Like I'll spend what I want when I want. Like I'll take Tom's advice or the information that he gives. But Tom is definitely not, to me as the audience, as someone in the audience, pushing me to buy stuff. Like I'm not here feeling like I gotta buy stuff because Tom says so. Nah, I'm a grown ass man. I got bills to pay. When I want to indulge, I'll indulge. But he definitely is responsible. He definitely will tell you, nah, like people are overpaying for this book. You guys should wait it out. So he gives you information. But Sticky Goose accused him of, just pushing the sale of comics but he's also a dealer. So so dealers encourage you to buy. So the reason why Tom is making this is what I got. He didn't say this outright, but felt like an insinuation of the reason why Tom is creating content that pushes you to buy is because Tom is a comic book dealer himself. So he reaps the benefits of that. There's a hint of that could be true, but then there's this thing, and he asked Tom straight up, like, can you be a comic collector and dealer at the same time? Check this out.
But everything has a price tag. Everything is.
You don't have to buy things when you see the tag. Like you can.
I realize that, Tom. But let's take a little tangent here. Are you a dealer? Are you a collector? Because
both.
You can't be
collector.
You can't be.
I mean, my taxes will tell you different.
And if you ask me, sure. I know plenty of people who deal and then have a PC of just their own. I'm more of a collector. Like I said, I've never sold anything. I might jump on Whatnot, though. I got a lot of doubles, a lot of stuff maybe I don't need, some things that I can unload. Like I might get into that, but I'm a collector first. I'm a fan first. And, if I ever sell this, I'll probably offload it, like I said, all at once so my kids can have it. That's just where I'm into. But more so about this. Okay, so why this relates to me or why this spoke to me, really at the crux of their debate seemed to be that Sticky Goose felt that Tom was too polished. Tom is really good at talking. Tom is really good at editing. Tom is really good at presenting himself. And the Sticky Goose is not, right?
I was talking to my dad today. I was talking about having you on, and he said, son, you're standing on the shoulders of giants. And I was like, fuck, man, I'm standing on Jim Min and Comic Tom's shoulders. Like how can I ever reach the plateaus that they've reached? And the reason is we're picking up scraps. Like you guys hit the lottery in 2020 and 2021 with your channels. You were pre-established to the COVID boom. You guys had, your content is extremely polished. It's extremely edited. You kind of have a chip on your shoulder about how edited the shit is. You basically, how many takes did you say? It takes 4 hours to make the hot top 10 or whatever the fuck you said.
And Sticky Goose talks about his struggle to get likes, to get views, the different videos that he has to make. And it got me thinking, like, I'm just out here. I just want to do what I love. Now, lucky for me, this is not how I make my money. Like, you know, I got a gig and I got a steady check. Anything I make from any of the content that I make is extra. So I'm blessed for that. My whole life doesn't, my financial situation doesn't revolve around being a content creator. So I could sit here and say, yo, do this for the love. But I'm doing it for the love. And then what comes out of it, to me, is the cherry on top, right? And that's what their back and forth seem to be about. It looks like they were just at two different places in their career. Tom has been doing this for years. The Sticky Goose said that maybe 4 years he's been doing this, and he's still trying to find his footing. And he seemed a little bit. He was definitely hating, man. It seemed like he was upset at the success that Comic Tom was having. And then he made a video, which I commended him for, where he says it's over. What's next for Sticky Goose Comics? Basically, he came out and said, I don't know if I'm going to do content no more. I don't know, after I got exposed, because basically they had a debate and Comic Tom destroyed him. He was like, man, I don't know if I could keep doing this. I'm kind of at this crossroads.
My take on the comic book community as somebody who has been in this for 4 years and, you know, having some negative experiences, kind of having negative takes on things, you know, negativity sells. It gets clicks. It monetizes. The problem is a lot of that negativity gets pushed back on you. And when you're the creator, and, it's not always pleasant. And you kind of reap what you sow. You make your own bed. As far as the success of my channel and the people that have supported me and reached out, and I mean, I'm thankful, especially the people still sticking with me watching this video. But as far as going forward, I'm not sure where we go from here.
So he'll see what he's doing next. And that's the part that relates to me. That's the part that I'm like, as I'm watching this the same weekend, and I'm like, yo, I'm about to start this channel up. It's like, what am I in it for? Yes, I want the views. Yes, I want anything that I do to be successful. I'm going to work hard to get it. But for me and for y'all out there, I think the moral of the story is, before any of that, you have to fall in love with the process. You have to love doing it. And I don't know this guy. I can't say that he doesn't love doing it, but you can't chase results. I'm not out here to chase the results, to chase the number, to chase the, I have goals that I'm going to hit for sure, that I'm going to set and I'm going to hit, but I'm not chasing anything. I think first and foremost, I want to make sure that we have fun and authentic conversation. I want to talk about the things that I love, the things that I like. And in the midst of that, hopefully I find my community. I find my audience. I find people that will enjoy watching this and could talk with me, and we could talk back, and we could do live streams together, and we could have great conversations in the chat. Y'all could put me on the books, and I could put y'all on to some stuff that I like, etc., etc., etc. So I just thought it was interesting. I don't know if it's interesting to any of y'all, but I definitely wanted to talk about that. There's video number 2 on this channel. I'm going to be traveling this week, but I want to get into some stuff. I definitely, when I come back, want to talk about what I picked up this week, what I'm reading currently. I want to hear about what y'all reading currently. I have a bunch of topics. I have a list of topics that I made that I want to talk about with y'all in the next couple of videos. So definitely hit me up in the comments too, and let me know the stuff that y'all want to talk about as well. And maybe we can find some common ground to talk with each other. But to the next time, all right, which will be soon, I promise you. Appreciate y'all watching, all right? Peace.